Morning, everybody. This is Robert. We're going to go through setting up the part you guys are working on right now. I'm going to break this into sections. First, we're going to do the setup, defining the stock. Then, we're going to do a drilling operation. We're going to interpolate this hole, which is we're going to use the same tool to make this hole bigger after we drill it. We're going to mill this pocket here and do the outside contour. So when you do, before you can start doing any operation, you need to start with a setup. And you click on this folder, you select your machine. That's so Inventor can know what machine you're giving it instructions to make the G code. Um, Under setup operation type, you get a few different choices. There's milling, turning, and cutting. We're going to be selecting milling. And our next sequence is the work coordinate system. How we have our work coordinates, this would not work for what we're trying to do. So, what we want to do is make sure that our X, Y, and Z correspond with our machine. So, X will be when you look in front of the machine, it will be your right to left. Your Y will be towards you and away. And the Z typically corresponds with the tool and it will be up and down. So I'm going to go and select this first tab here. Notice how um, it makes the Z bigger here. So what I can do is whatever I click on, it's going to make the Z perpendicular to that. So if I click on this or on this, it will make the Z point up. So it's now perpendicular. So that's what I want. So now what we do want, now that we have our work coordinates aligned with what we want to do, we want to define our origin. So for this instance right here, we're going to select stock box point. And it gives us a lot of different points where we can select in the model where we want our work coordinate system. Um, I will let Jeff decide whether he wants the stock to be on the top or on the bottom. Just letting you know that's how you do it. Go to stock box point and you either click down here or up here. For this instance, I'm going to select the top. And so it will move to any of these black dots. You just have to decide where you want it. So if I was looking at the part and I'm imagining if this part was on the machine in front of me, this would be my left to right, and this would be away and towards me, and this Z, that's what I want. So I'm gonna select model and go to the next tab. We're done with this tab. So this tab was to define the machine, a work coordinate system, and let Inventor know that we're using this model. So our next tab, it will be for defining our stock. I know Mr. Kettinger wanted to use a certain size stock. Um, Typically, it defaults to relative size box. So what I'm gonna do, like most of you have done, is select fixed size box. And so, what's so good about this feature probably as you guys start selecting your materials, or maybe if you had to adjust your stock, you're defining what your actual stock is, and this helps you see where in the stock your part is. So, so if I put 5 inches on my X, it's gonna make it wider. You see how this box got bigger? So I'm gonna switch that back to 4. Um, you see right here, I might not have enough on the sides. I might just barely have enough. So on the side, so we'll leave that alone for now. You can do the same thing for your Y. So maybe for some reason you got a stock that it was a little bit longer, you would change that. So now you see how on our Y it got bigger on the sides here. So I think I'm gonna leave this at, let's see, 2.5. I think 2.5 should be fine. Or no, let's do 3. And I think an important one everybody needs to do is um, you can move it where it is your model relative to your stock. So I clicked offset from Z, from top Z. So it's offset about an eighth of an inch from here to here. So if I hit 0, it brought the model to the top. So all the excess materials on the backside. Based on what you want to do, you can move this around. I know some students want to flip it over to machine the backside. It's up to you. Just know that you can manipulate it even on the other ones. So you can collect offset from Y. It's a quarter inch. You can hit 0, and now it's shifted to the side. But I don't want that. I'm gonna go back to center. Uh, so there's some options there. Our third tab for our setup here is your program name number. So you're typically, this line is for designating a number what you want your program to be. It can be any number. Ideally, it would be anywhere from 1 to 5 digits. I'm gonna leave it as 1,000. You know what? I'm gonna change it to 5,000, just because. And for the program comment, that's for you. So that's in case you want to. It will make it easier when you load the program to identify that's yours. So I'm gonna put Robert Practice. It's up to you what you want to designate these to. It just makes it easier to identify and locate your program. So that's all it is to stock. Hit OK. If you don't hit OK and if you click away, it won't save it. So remember to hit OK. I misspelled.